and then those joining from outside of the country at the same time. So I have a couple of things to share, which I do believe is they are pivotal to success, and then to growing really. And especially right now in Nigeria, we need it. We need these things. We need more persons to have the right kind of attitude to work, attitude to daily winning. Excuse me. So I kind of figured it out that it's of great benefit to share to people. I think people are making honest mistakes. They're making some very honest mistakes when it comes to attitudes and how to behave. You understand? Especially especially in regards to work and success. Lots of persons are making honest mistakes out there. And why do I call it honest mistakes? Many of them have never been told that how they do things or how they're currently doing things is either wrong or not. And then when there is no standard, you understand, people are free to do things any way they want. Okay? It's until there's a standard set that people can then adjust their ways based on that standard. So if people never knew, it's very hard to say whether what you're doing is right or wrong. Okay? And then these attitudes are what determines whether you be promoted or demoted. You understand? Whether you have new customers or whether you be able to keep your existing customers. Okay? There's a common saying that you will be promoted or demoted in your absence. As a matter of fact, you won't be in the room by the time people are determining whether to promote you, whether to increase your salary base, whether to increase your bonus. You understand? You won't be in the room at that time. Same thing with, whether they are demoting you or having to promote you, any one of them. When that decision is going on, you won't be in the room. And the only thing that will be in the room to speak for you will be your attitudes, your character. And I said something some times ago that some of the best gigs that will be life-changing for you, some of the best jobs that will be life-changing for you, some of the best wins for you will come as a referral. Okay? Like, people will have to refer you for it. Because some of the best deals are not done by application. That is the truth. Some of the best consistent deals are not done by application. They are often done through referral. You will hear people say, can you connect me with somebody in your network that can do this, that can do that? And people, based on history that they have with you, would then say, I know this person can deliver. I know this person is good. I can beat my chest for this person. Okay? So people, but then before somebody can beat his or her chest for you, it has to be based on how much relations you guys have had over time. Okay? Especially when it comes to your attitude to work or your attitude to relationship. Okay? So when I figured some of these things out, you understand, in my consistent encounter with them, and then the need to find more young persons, you understand, who have the right attitude to life, right attitude to work, you understand, right attitude to people, you understand, because that is very hard. Sometimes now it is very hard to find the right set of persons for work. People think it's because they are skilled. Being skilled is never enough. Being talented is never enough. And it will never be enough to get you to places where you have to be. Okay? It's beyond that. And then some other persons that are not even all about skills think that, being that they're just who they are, I don't know who you have to be for life to be extremely good to you. No. Or maybe just because you're male or you're female. No. Life does not respond to us because of certain privileges alone. Yeah. Much more especially, life responds to attitudes. Life responds to how we react to things and all of that. So attitudes. Now, and some of the attitudes I really want to talk about today, I think I did make some jotting during the week. There are very common things that people overlook a lot. People overlook them a whole lot. And then this particular set of attitudes are important. People don't know it. And it's paining me. It hurts me because when they say, can you refer somebody to us for a gig? Can this person do it? My fear is not that can the person deliver or no. My fear is not that is the person skilled or not. That's not even my fear when I'm trying to refer somebody. My fear is, does the person have a good attitude to work such that will the person deliver? Not that when it gets, hard, the person removes the head and just runs away. No. And then these things are honest mistakes many persons make because they don't know it to be, right or wrong. Everybody just, follows their own humanist way of living. If it feels good to me, then it's fine. But that's not how we win in life, especially daily winning. And then when I mean daily winning, I'm talking about it with regards to success. Yeah. With regards to making money daily, especially, that is very important, very, 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 very important, and it's important because here's the thing: if you were lucky yesterday, you might not be lucky tomorrow. Times and seasons, yes, but can you always be lucky every day? Yes, that is possible. And people will often ask, they will say, how does things work for you every time? Things work for me every time because, literally every time, because of the right attitudes to life. Do you understand? Right attitude to life, right attitude to people, to work. Okay? And then those attitudes are very minor things that people often take for granted. Very minor things people often take for granted, things that you can easily overlook at any point in time. Okay? And then, like I said initially, why I'm doing this is because people are making honest mistakes. Very honest mistakes. And it's honest mistakes because nobody has ever told them whether this is right or this is wrong or this is what works. But what I'm telling you right now is what works both now, 10 years later, 40 years later from now. Okay? Oftentimes, I'll probably do this for those in my seminars and then just tell them, oh, this is how it works, and it works for them. Okay? But I felt like it's a better way to reach out to a larger number of persons to know these things faster and early. You will get more jobs not because you're skilled. Yeah, you will get more jobs because of attitudes. Like the attitude of delivering on all jobs and on finishing jobs, on finishing or whatever you start. That attitude will give you more referrals than you can ever imagine. Was it Nikola Tesla that said something that if they ask you if you can do something, even if it's not your area of expertise, tell them that you can do it. Then go and learn on the job. Have you heard people say it a lot of times that give beginners a chance, they will learn on the job? Because the actual truth is that in most of the professional jobs and works out there, even if you're employed as a skilled professional, you will still be retrained. You will still have to understand how the company or the particular industry works. So that means that what everybody needs oftentimes is a chance. Is a chance at life, is a chance at winning. Okay? So that's automatically, it does not totally, remove the place of skillfulness, but it speaks to the place of attitude more. If I know that you will deliver on a particular job or you will learn and deliver on that particular job, I'll refer you, even if you are not as skilled as the best person for that job. Why? I know you will learn on that job, and I know when you learn on that job, you'll be able to deliver well on that job. Do you understand? So that is one of the very important things. The finisher's mentality. You don't just start. A very good partner of mine was saying that if a particular friend gets, one big breakthrough like this, that big breakthrough is going to be everything. And I'm like, no. One time big breakthrough does not mean you'll be successful forever. No. One time big breakthrough is not the greatest breakthrough you're looking for. Oh, one time big opportunity, one time contract, and I'm made for life. No, that's not how it works. As a matter of fact, if you had one time breakthrough before, and then you exhausted whatever comes with it, resources and all of that. And then you think like, okay, when you get another one-time big breakthrough, you're not going to exhaust this one. This is going to be the thing, that kind of big opportunity. It's never going to be hit. Yes, why? Resources will always drain up. Resources will always finish. Money will always move. People easily forget that at times. Resources will always finish. Money will always finish. People will always move. That means that a one-time breakthrough will never be enough. It's very common in the music industry where you see, an artist blow up in a particular period of time. Oh, is the one, leading the top of the list of the charts everywhere. You understand? And then by the time that artist goes into retirement, he or she, 20 years later is broke. Or in the sport world, you see a footballer that was the best in his time and all of that, and then the next news that comes up in the public is that he's broke. Why is that the case? Do you understand? Now, that is often the case because a one-time opportunity will never be enough to sustain you forever. Do you know what forever of your own very life means? Forever of your own very life means your life and everything attached to you. Now, let's not even go to the idea of everything attached to you. Let's come to the idea of just you alone. Just you alone, at least you will live an average of 70 years. Do you understand? And then, let me tell you something. There's no amount of money that you have that will ever be enough for you. There is no. Time will always shift. Seasons will always change. You understand? There will always be inflation. What the money can buy us today, it will not be able to buy it again today. You will always have a new wish. Somebody will always want something from you, and you can't keep all the money. Do you understand? So, and money as it is will always move. That means if you're not daily winning, even if you're the best, richest person right now, if you're not daily winning, if you don't have certain attitudes, certain mentality, you will lose your best win tomorrow. And when you do lose your best win tomorrow, you as the best person today might not be the best person tomorrow. Okay? That's why, have you ever wondered, when we kind of like talked about certain parents that were rich in their youths, and then it looks like they're broke right now, and you're thinking, why? But he was rich when he was young and all of that. Well, all things being considered, some of the biggest reasons is because of attitudes to life. Okay? You thought that the big win would be enough. It's never going to be enough. It's never going to be enough. There's no amount of money you put in the bank that is going to be enough to keep you forever. It's not. It's not going to be enough to sustain you. Let's say that we don't say it in another way, such that it sounds like you're trying to buy life. No, but in the sense of, even if you have $1 trillion, well, the chances the chances that you ever have $1 trillion is very minimal. $1 trillion in cash, most countries don't even have that. Come on now. We in Africa we sort of have a way of overestimating the worth of how much you can have. Let's say, even if you have $1 billion, yes, you can still have $1 billion in cash. Even most countries don't have it. So let's move on that also. Okay, let's just come down to the level that you can have in the bank. $100 million. Okay? If you have $100 million, you probably think, oh, you're made for life. No, that's not how it works. By the time you have $100 million, and then you think of buying 2-3 jets, buy a yacht, you understand? The money's gone. But here is why the money will never go. Attitude. So I told my partner, and I said, the greatest advantage is not a one-time win. It is acquisition of knowledge. It is what you know that will make you always win. Such that when opportunities come, not only do you maximize it now, you can replicate it again and again and again and again. It just doesn't finish. Do you understand? It's one of the attitudes. Having the right set of knowledge, it's going to be your biggest, the greatest advantage ever in life. Ever in life. Knowledge, oh my goodness. Okay? Knowledge. And why is that? A person that was, in a career line, and then the career line probably suddenly cuts off or he goes into retirement, he or she has made money over the years. But here's the thing: if he or she never learns how to invest, diversify, have multiple streams of income, which many Gen X never had, you understand? That's why they often go broke eventually. You understand? In that case scenario, it is knowledge that comes in different. Have you ever asked before, why is my dad, broke? Where was he when Tedola, Dangote were making money? Have you ever asked before? That same question is what you are facing right now, because many of them believed in head knowledge much more than knowledge, could serve them. Studying, materials, understanding how things work. Many people believe in head knowledge. Do you understand? So that attitude, the right attitude, is to have, industrial knowledge, knowledge about industries, knowledge about skills, knowledge about economy, have knowledge about how business is done. Historical knowledge, scientific knowledge, psychological knowledge. It's important. It's important. I always say it is good to be both specialized and sophisticated at the same time. Okay? And it's good to be a versatile person. And what do I mean by being versatile there? I mean that knowing one thing about everything, as much as you know everything about one thing, is good to know it. As much as you know everything about one thing, it's good to know one thing about everything at the same time. At the same time. It's a winning attitude. It's a winning attitude, because you step into some rooms that you are not naturally qualified for in terms of the set of persons that are there. But because you have an idea of what they're talking about, it just makes you seem like, oh, he's an expert in that. And that's good for you, because if they ask, are you an expert in this? Oh, I'm quite conversant with that. I'm quite conversant that I understand. Okay, then can you do this? You can do it. You can do it, and you learn on the job. Everybody learns on the job. Everybody learns on the job. Everybody learns on the job. Well, that does not, cancel out the fact that you should be naturally talented at particular things. Develop yourself. That does not cancel it out. You understand? But certain opportunities will walk into you that you're not prepared for. But the only preparation you will have is the knowledge you have about that industry. You understand? The knowledge you have about that industry, and then your willingness to do the work. Now that brings me to another, point in terms of the attitude. It is the attitude of get it done, the get it done attitude. If there's a single word for that, it'll have been so wonderful. Because this attitude has to do with willingness to get the work done. Yeah, many people don't know it. Why will many people be poor for the next 30, 40 years? Because they never learn to get the job done. They are always waiting for somebody to come and give them the order to get the job done, to come and push them. If they have to push you, then so sorry for you. So sorry for you. That willingness to go all out on your own and get the job done, oh my goodness, you're going to need it in this your growing years. You're going to need it. Because every person, I've never seen a person, a rich person, a billionaire, that does not want to work with a get it done attitude person. Because they will just find a way to get the job done. By the time we covet, those that are rich, that are wealthy, one of the things that we always, omit when we are looking at them is the idea of the fact that they always know how to get the job done. Okay? How to get the job done. You give them an idea, they run with it. You give them something to sell, they run with it. Do you understand? The attitude of getting the job done is an attitude that we always make room for you. I've had a lot of persons, reach out to me and say, oh, Moses, I was trying to get this done, and then I was thinking of who can help me. Then you came to my mind. And I'm like, oh yeah. And then when they place the tax out, it's not my area of specialization, but well, I can learn about it. Do you understand? And I go all in and I get the job done for them. Do you know what happens with that? They speak to somebody else about the fact that, oh, you need to get that thing done. I think Moses can help with it. That way, by the time you have 365 persons that are referring you or wanting you to get stuff done for them, you're covered for an entire year. Rotate that over and over again, you're fine. Do you understand? I've had people reach out to me, Moses, can you help me with this? I'm like, oh yeah, I can help you. And I help them with that. And that became pro bono. The free job before the paid job. And it was good. Like good. These are attitudes that make you win daily. Now, second thing, now that brings me to the do it big attitude. If they give you something small, make it big. How much am I going to shout about this to people? You know, when we started bidding Traveler, we're literally bidding Traveler from Ondo State, and then as at that time, we're still university students, and people could never believe that, one, we're university students, two, we're not actually bidding from Lagos. Why? Our platform looked so great. By the time we appeared on Lions Den, our video was all over Africa, literal. It was shown on all mainstream television. You understand? And there's that baby Facebook guy speaking about the startup and all of that. And then the excellence was there. And then, as a matter of fact, we're working out of a garage. I mean, that's not a cliche term. Okay, everybody works out of garage. Everybody works out of a garage because the garage is cheap to work from. Do you understand? Now, the do it big attitude. Honestly, you're never going to survive on doing it small. You're never. Mark this down, write it down today. Whatever you're doing right now, you will never make it big without doing it big. Never. I kid you not. Unless you do it big, unless you go in on it and do it very big, you're never going to make it big time. I'm not cursing you. Okay, mind you, I'm just telling you the truth. It is what it is. Okay? So please, the do it big attitude. When people give you small thing, can you make it big? They give you a small community of 2 persons. Can you bring 200 persons into that community? You're never going to get it right at once. But then, by keep doing it, by being at it consistently, you're just going to get it well eventually. You understand? And then you can then do it big. I record, before I got some opportunities, I was doing something for my uncle, and I was doing it for free. My uncle gave it to me, in the state that it was just starting it out. And I went all into it. All in, like literally all in. Why? I discovered that this could be big. And as a matter of fact, anything worth doing is both worth doing well and worth doing big. Yes, there's nothing you really want to do that you have to do small. Honestly, think about it. In Nigeria alone, we are over 210 million persons. In the entire world, we are over 8.1 billion persons. Whatever you are doing in terms of value exchange, and then you are doing for 20 persons. Remove 20 persons from the entire world. Bro, come on now. You can do the math. Why not do that same thing that you're doing for 20 persons for 200 million persons, or 20 million persons, or 200 million persons? It's not impossible. Oh, I need resources, I need that, I need this. Calm down. I was telling somebody this afternoon, I was telling my partner this afternoon that I said, there are 3 things here. We're trying to get things done. You think you need resources, you think you need money, and then you think you need work. So you see the word further, I actually use you think. Yes, I'm saying that you think because actually you do need money, you do need resources, and you need to do the work, right? Now, get this right. Money, resources, and the work. And let me tell you something. Any one of these things can bring any of the other that you need. Money can buy you resources to get the job done. Okay? Resources can bring you money to get the job done. And then doing the work itself can bring you both the resources and the money. This has been proven in organizations that, religious organizations a lot in this country, and then especially in the political space. Well, it's not so part in the political space because the political space leverages money, then gets both the work and the resources together, while religious organization gets the work done and get resources and the money at the same time. Do you understand? Likewise, it's not every time that you will need money to do it big. Hello? Yes, that's the truth. It's not every time that you need money to do it big. Most times, all you have is the attitude to get the work done. I'm telling you. Years ago, I think that was about 10 years ago, I was going to start a debate, organization. I was going to be organizing debates for schools and all of that. And then I didn't have cash to take transport to go invite the schools. Do you know what I told myself? I said, as far as I have legs, I can walk to those schools. I can trek to those schools and invite them to be part of my programs. And that way, I did it big. Anything worth doing, if you're not going to do it big, don't do it. Just leave it. Just leave it. And why is that? You're not the only person doing this, the thing you are doing. And then by the time the attitude of doing things big becomes a habit for you, everybody wants you to come and do that same big thing in their company. Yes, if you're given something small to do it extremely big. See, you will never make it on smallness. Please write that down, put it somewhere, put it on your wall. Let it stick into your mind and your subconscious. You will never make it big doing it small. Forget it. You do it small every year for the next 10 years. You're still going to be small at the end of the 10 years. But if you're determined to do it big, every year you add up the number, you add up the number, you add up the number. By the time it's big, you're big. Nobody can. He said, if you are big, you are big. Nobody can say anything. And people want to partner with big persons. I'm telling you. So do it big, okay? That attitude of taking small things and doing it big is a winning attitude. A daily winning attitude. And like I said earlier, the attitude of getting the job done. You know, I met somebody of recent, and then the person had just one problem. Well, the person likes money. That's fine, not a problem. But the issue with the person was that the person does not know how to get the job done. Get the job done, not 99%. Get the job done 100%, whether you're paid for it or not. As long as you've stepped your feet into the water, you get the job done. You get the job done. Nigerians don't know this, and it's killing us. Nobody's going to refer you when I know you're never going to get my job done. Nobody, I'm telling you. And the top is not crowded. It's the bottom that is crowded. In the bottom, you can do anything. I mean, feel free. It's a free world. There's a lot of persons at the bottom, 90% of the world population. But at the top, everybody knows themselves. And winning people only refers winning people. By the way, let me chip this inside it. Never, one of this attitude, there's an attitude you must have. And this attitude is the fact that never, ever go to people and show off your needy self. Even if you need something, don't appear to people as being needy. Never, ever appear to people as being disadvantaged, as being needy. They can help you once though, but they won't help you again. They will avoid you like cancer. Do you understand? If you want to win every day, you want people to refer you, show your best to the world. Don't cry to the world though. The world does not care about you though. I mean, sorry if that hurts. I mean, everybody has to care about themselves. And that's why our survival instinct is first individual before it's general. Do you understand? Even when you need things from people, don't go as a needy person. Oh, I need this, but I have this. Makes more sense that I need this and I have nothing. Do you understand? Never, ever approach people as a needy person. And let me tell you, don't forget that one that I just mentioned, that attitude. Never appear needy. Never appear needy. Never, ever. Write it down, know it, remember it, remind yourself again and again. This reels is recorded, definitely. It's going to be reposted. Listen to it again and again. Never appear needy to anybody. Don't appear disadvantaged. Ever. As a matter of fact, you have some of the best things that other persons covet. Okay? You have something, but because you like to show yourself needy, oh my goodness, you're never going to be able to show off what you have. Or you have to pay attention to it, okay? So, don't forget the attitude, okay? The attitude to always come out with the attitude of value exchange. I have something to offer. Say it to yourself, I have something to offer. Okay? Say it again and again. Like, when I see me today, I'm grateful. Honestly grateful for all the persons I've come across, the persons I've met, and the idea of going all out for it. Because me today will have been me would have been somebody I would have been looking up to. Do you understand? And I'm looking up to myself though, and more persons. Do you understand? But you have something. That's what I'm saying. You have something everybody wants, and that is your advantage. Hello? That is your advantage. Never forget it. Bear it in mind every time. Your advantage, always come forward with your advantage first. Don't appear needy. If you appear needy, they're not going to give you anything, because everybody is trying to avoid any person that is trying to suck them. Okay? Suck resources out of them, because everybody's trying to manage something or the other. So you come in like, oh, good Lord, the old word, your old word, you want them to sponsor it. It's never going to happen. Okay? As a matter of fact, you will get more from people when you come with something. Okay? You'll get more from people when you come with something. So please, never ever appear needy, alright? That's an attitude you must always remember. And then another attitude is the attitude of the fact that they always call it something, but it has to do with you not expecting people to do stuff for you. Entitlement mentality. Thank you. Yes, don't be entitled. See, don't be entitled to anybody's thing. I'm telling you, only be entitled to what belongs to you and collect what is yours. Every time, collect what is yours. But what is not yours, don't feel entitled to it. Oh, he was supposed to pay me for this. He's paying me for that. Shouldn't he increase my salary? Shouldn't they give me this? Shouldn't they feed me? Boy, you're getting old, man. Okay, I was putting this out yesterday. If you add 10 years to your age currently now, you're an old man already. Life don't touch you. Do you understand? So have the attitude. Don't have the attitude of entitlement. Okay, remove that totally from you. You're not expecting anybody to buy you a car. You're not expecting anybody to buy you a bike. You're not expecting anybody to give you something. You're not expecting a car from anyone at any moment. You need a house, you get it. You need a car, you get it. You need a shoe, you get it. You need a cloth, you get it. You need a house, you get it. You need food, you feed yourself. That is your winning attitude. And here's what happened. The moment you have that in mind, let me tell you what happens exactly. You start seeing everything around you, your opportunities, your advantage, and that is what you trade. All right, did you get that? No talk, say, I'll not tell you that one, no. Okay? I told you. So now, if you do it wrong, it's on you. Because I'm telling you this because I don't want you broke in the next 10 years. I love you so much. I'm not going to be broke. No, I'm never going to be broke. Cheers to that, by the way. Do you understand? I saw one of my mentors posted this afternoon, and he said, never be poor in your life. Never be poor in your life. And then you have to say to yourself to this that you become so conscious of that fact. I'll never be poor in my life. It's not pride. It's not pride. Why? I'll always figure it out. Do you understand? You will always figure it out. Good. Now, don't forget that attitude. Then, now, let me then work on these ones, okay? Integrity. You say it, we meet it that way. These are very soft skills that people don't give, people don't give attention to much. People don't pay attention to these skills. And that is why they are where they are. You understand? It's one of the reasons why Nigerians are where they are, okay? The lack of resourcefulness. We don't know how to. If I show you the behind scene of where I am right now, you will know what resourcefulness is. I left my second house. I'm in my other house in another city, and then I have to fix things so that I can be on the call. Do you understand? Being resourceful. You will never beg if you're resourceful, and that is important because it makes you win daily. It makes you win daily. Why is he always coming out and always at his best? Why is he always having everything? Because he has certain attitudes to life, certain attitude to work. And these attitudes are important, my dear. Very, very crucial. Very, very important. Okay. Integrity. You say it, we meet it like that. We give you the job, you deliver. Do you understand? Please remember that people value these soft skills beyond your technical skills. They will pay you less for your technical skill, but will pay you more for all of these skills. The fact that you can communicate well, your integrity is there. Whenever you say it, we're going to meet it that way. You understand? You're consistent. One of the reasons why entrepreneurs win every time, almost every time, is the consistency attitude. They are consistent persons. We are consistent persons. And why is that? If it gets bad today, it's going to be good tomorrow. So we continue. One day not shining does not mean the other days have to be gloomy. No. Every day can be, all raining and shining. Do you understand? Being consistent. You start something, you finish it. The finisher's mentality. It's very important. Because getting a grip on one thing is you having a grip on every other thing. Okay? Do you get that? And I said this afternoon, I said something around the fact that anything worth doing is worth doing well. And if you do anything that you do well, consistently putting in the effort can make you great. You can be selling biscuit as a retailer and become the richest selling biscuit. I kid you not. There's Debbie Feuds. If you check for Debbie Feuds online, she owns Mrs. Feuds also. They are into pastries, cookies, and then she has a large franchise all over the United States selling cookies. Why? Consistency. A consistent person will always win. Don't forget the do it big attitude. If you're not going to do it big, don't do it at all. It's an attitude. Your integrity also matters. Can I give you something and expect to meet it that way? Matters. It matters a whole lot. Will you deliver if you start the job? Matters a whole lot. The finisher's mentality, never forget it. If you start it, you must finish it. All things being equal, if you start it, you must finish it. If I thought you won't have to finish it, there must be a reason why you want to pivot it. Not just start here, quit there, and quit there. Anything you do, anything worth doing well, and you do well, can bring you wealth. Anything. You sell biscuits, move junks, move this, move that. If you can do it well and put in the effort to do it big. Now, for those of us that have been here since the beginning, so that it all adds up. Now, oftentimes people will not pay you so much for, crazy technical skills. They pay you for these soft skills. Okay? They will pay you for these soft skills. Because eventually, how many managers do you see go into the factory and be producing by themselves? No. What are they paid for? The soft skills, the intelligence, the ability to deliver, their integrity, their consistency, the finisher's mentality. These things, it matters a whole lot. Okay? And these are your daily winning attitudes. Don't forget, you'll be promoted or demoted in your absence. Okay? Never forget that. Never forget that. We'll talk about what you're doing in your absence, and we'll promote you or demote you in your absence. Okay? So that means that you want to program yourself in our mind in such a positive way that wherever we are, when we recall your name, we refer you for the best things. So people say, Moses, I want to get these things done. Can you help me on that? Why is that? Why is it only Moses that exists in this world? Because Moses will get the job done. And even if that's not my field, I'll find somebody that'll get a job done. I'll help you such that every time you see me, you know me as a solutions person. Do you understand? Very important. With this attitude, you will win. Then the excellence, attitude. You have to be excellent. I was going to do the video. If I did it in other corners of my room, it might be nice. But I love this view, right? You love it too. That's excellent. Doing things with quality at your whole level. Okay? You don't have to go by, distance take a couple of months or years to put together. I have my past videos and these things on Instagram here. that you can see and say, oh, you mean. But at every point, you come out excellent. You do things, you present things, you get things done with the best level of excellence. I mean, my book, I was trying to go through my book this afternoon again, and I loved it so much. So much. Because I was trying to figure out how I'm going to get, hundreds of copies that are going to be manufactured into everybody's hand. And then when I check it, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is good. And if I tell you, my friend made the design for me, and then, I use a lot of tools to get my editing right and get things done, 200 and something pages, and it looks so good that when I put the top books around here beside it, it makes me so happy. Oh, this is my book. This is good. So doing things well with quality at your own level, producing the maximum quality at your own level, that's the best definition. That's excellence. Producing the maximum quality at your own level. So this is my level, and I produce the maximum quality at my own level. So it doesn't come out and then you're like, oh, it's one book published by a villager. I'm no villager. I'm a global person, bro. Do you understand? So all this attitude adds together. Excellence and everything. You understand? You have to win daily. You don't have to win now then lose in 10 years. No. You have to understand how it works. I've been traveling a lot lately, and then I've seen many reasons why people should not be poor now or later. Because as a matter of fact, some of the things that you even need to live a well-sustained life is not far out of reach. Honestly, it's not far out of reach. The amount you need to spend daily, you understand, to keep yourself, buoyant, floating very well, it's not so much. But because you don't know the how, which brings us back to point number one, attitude. The attitude of getting knowledge. Acquiring knowledge is important. And this is not just about reading books. If you can read, it's an advantage, right? Because if you check my libraries, you can, pick up large number of informations very fast, just by reading. Do you understand? But that is not everything. That's not the only way to learn. Asking people how things are done is another very good way to learn. But the question is, how many persons can you ask in the world how things are done? You understand? How many persons can you reach out to ask how things are done compared to reading? At least here I have about over 100 books here, and then I can easily just go through all the books and then understand how things are done. When I was going to buy my first ride, I found a book, African Rise and Shine, and I found the how inside it. That is learning how things are done. Can I reproduce that result? Because I learned it 10,000 times, I can reproduce it. Do you understand now? Good. Don't forget that one also. Now let's drop the book back and let's continue. Now, so I'm going to check let's check my time here. Okay. Now, this is 6:45. Today went very fast. Now, I want you to drop me questions, okay? I want to know the questions that you have. Last time, people dropped questions in the comment bar, and I did not see it on time. This time around, I'm going to see it, and I want you to ask your questions, okay? One of the other things that I should mention to you is the attitude of adaptability. You have to learn to adapt. Times will change. What customers want, what people want, we always change per time. We always change. If you were raining yesterday, you will not rain tomorrow because their interest will change tomorrow. Gen X is here. Gen X is here today. Gen Z is there tomorrow. The other generations is there later, and their preferences will always be different. But adapting across all timelines will keep you winning across all timelines. Okay. Then the last one is the "it is possible" attitude. Don't be the person that says, oh, it's impossible. I know people that say it's impossible a whole lot. People that say it's impossible a lot don't achieve so much with their lives. Honestly. Because it's hard. When you say it's impossible, it's hard to see the possibilities in things. When you say it's impossible, it is hard to see the possibilities in things. But when you say it is possible, literally to you, everything is possible. That means you give yourself the freedom of being able to think wide and reason deep. find solutions. Can you become the richest in this world from the slums of Nigeria? Yes, darling, you can. Do you have the time? Yes, darling, you have that time. Do you get the gist? So the can win attitude, the can do it attitude, the it is possible attitude will make you big. And then your ability to adapt, oh my God, will keep you winning every blessed day of the time. Okay? If you keep these things in mind, integrity, consistency, okay, adaptability, knowledge acquisition, okay, friendliness, frugality, knowing how to spend, when to spend and when to not spend, when to spend big, when to manage yourself. When you know these things, you're never going to beg. Okay? Do you understand that? So it's very important. Then the excellence attitude. One of the ways to get rich is to sit with the rich. This is just a tip though. One of the ways to easily get rich is to sit with the rich. You know, I was listening to one of my role models out there earlier, and then he was saying something. The biggest weight in the gym is not the 100 kg, bar. It is not. Or the 120 kg bar. It is not. The biggest weight in the gym is the door. Is the gym's door. Because if you can push that door open, you can do anything. Okay? And then here is why. Because by the time you linger around those guys gymming enough, you're going to lose weight. Same thing with riches. If you sit with the rich and speak with the rich and learn how to communicate, many of you don't have the rich in your corner. And it's bad. 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 Okay? Sorry. I have to do with that. Do you understand me? You don't have the rich in your corner, and that's bad. How are you ever going to learn how it is done in the world? You can never imagine it. Don't say, oh, I can imagine it. I've seen it in movies. Shut up about that. That's not how it works. The rich has culture. Culture. Their culture, they have how they get things done, how they speak, how they communicate. They don't talk too much, things like that. But you're never going to know it unless you're in their corner. And you have to go to where they are. I've heard John C. Maxwell, do seminars for over 2,000 persons. And then each person's paid $2,000 for his seminars. You don't get that done in a poor place. Go where what you're looking for is. See, you're a global person. Don't be tied to one place. I kid you not. If you're going to win big, your legs are going to be very long. In Yoruba, I love Yoruba a lot. I'm a Yoruba person. And then I should tell you this. Do you understand? Your legs will be long. You're going to move big. Look at that. John C. Maxwell does a seminar for 2,000 persons, and then 2,000 persons, each of them pay $2,000 each. In how many places in the world can you find 2,000 persons sit in one room and each of them pay $2,000 each? Not every places. Places are special. There are places that some people can afford things, and there are other places that cannot afford things. Don't stay where they cannot afford it. Go where they can afford it. It's common sense. So what I said to that point is that many of you don't have the rich in your corner. So you're never going to know what the rich need. And they can't pay you because since you don't know what they need, you're not ever going to know what to offer them. And knowing what to offer the rich is very important so that you can know what they pay you. This adaptability attitude, this attitude to be able to adapt is very, very important. So if you didn't grow with the wealthy in your corners, do yourself the favor of going where the wealthy go, or where the wealthiest go. Sit where they sit. Read the books they read. Think the way they think. Then before you know it, you come out just as them. Like I said earlier, the biggest weight in the gym is not the 120 kg bar. It is the door, the gym door. If you can open that door and get into that environment, you lose weight or gain muscle. Okay? Don't forget, these things about attitude. and you have nothing to lose. I kid you not. You have nothing to lose. As a matter of fact, you came into this world with nothing, so you have nothing to lose, okay? But you can win big. You can win big. I want you to think big. I want you to understand these attitudes, okay? People need to refer you. The biggest gig you will get will come through referral. Somebody has to recommend you. And the way it works is that you will always meet people every day that can recommend you for big stuffs. But if you are not a person of integrity, you're not a consistent person, you never finish what you start, you love jumping from axis to pole, nobody refers people like that. You will always be eating the crumbs of the table, my dear. That's it. I'm not against you, I'm just telling you the truth, you understand? It's the truth, bro. Okay, look, I'm shouting right now. So that's it. Don't forget. I want you to win every day. Okay? You're fine right now. I want to be better in 10 years. If you add 10 years to your age, Baba Darigbo now, she'll understand. You're getting old, man. Okay? So, and it has to be worth it. So you win today, you win every day. People have to refer you literally every day. And that means you have to do a good job of leaving a good impression on every person that you meet. And then meet the right persons. Don't sit and meet fellow poor persons. I know. I will have said we are poor. They are poor. I'm sorry. No. I will have said we are plenty. But they are plenty. Poor persons are plenty. It's not a problem. Everybody makes their choices. Okay? But if you are not choosing to be poor, don't sit and meet fellow poor persons. Please drop your questions in the comments. Thank you. I can see you have a question. Can you please drop your question? Can you write the question down so that I can answer it? Okay. Or have you written it? Okay, yeah, you've written it. Speaking of specialization and sophistication, how do I package myself in such a way people will know easily what I'm specialized for? Okay, so I wrote this some days ago. You should probably check it. I think I posted it on my Medium. The link is in my bio, but then let me answer it. Here's the thing. The question is both packaging and then identity. Don't be known for too many things. Oh. I know it can be very hard to get to the point where you can say this is what you stand for. Is that how to put it? Yeah, like this is what you do. It can be very hard to get to that point. But even before you get to the point where you can say this is what you do per se, learn to stay on things for a long time. Learn to stay on things for a very long time. When I mean long time, I don't mean forever. You understand? I know you have discretion to be able to understand this. Yes, it. If you're programming now, let's say you're a programmer or you're a social media influencer and that's what you do, stay on it for a while. Not 1 year, not 2. Minimum 5 years. See how it turns out. And like I said initially, anything you do well can make you rich. Some of the richest persons in China, they are into polythene production, nylon. Some of the richest persons in the north of Nigeria, they are into cow herding and farming. Anything worth doing well that you can do and compound the efforts can bring you the best of the best results. Okay, so you don't have to be a tech person. You understand? This is just by the side. So how do I package myself? Yes, number one thing, do everything excellently. Number two thing, do everything for a very long time. Stay on it, stay on it, stay on it. Have an attitude of staying on things. Oh, it's not working out, it's not bringing money, but you know it's brought money in the first instance. Check it and stay on it, okay? And then another thing is, when it comes to presentation, now more than ever, social media is a way to put ourselves out there. But don't put too many things on your social media. I've seen a friend before that could sing, and at the same time, you know, the person was into real estate. You understand? And then the person was also selling other things at the side. Then the person will post all of these things on our media. If that is not what your page does, don't do like that. As a matter of fact, people like those who stand for one thing. Have brand pages separately. Have your own page that is about you. Because when you become the product, whatsoever you recommend to people, they will buy. But you are the first product. When you become the product, anything you recommend to people, they will buy. Have you seen Beyonce? What do you know her for? Music, right? But over time, she's recommended some of her products to you. Did you buy it or not? You bought it. But did she put her page as the page for the product. No. Even if you have 10 products, let them have their own pages. Make collaborations with posts, but don't post it on your page directly. Do you understand? Don't confuse people with multiple identities. And when you are excellent, it will be very easy for you to get these things done. Do you get it? Good. If I answered your question, give me a thumbs up, okay? Now, don't forget what I just said. If you're excellent, it will be very easy for you not to convince people with multiple identities. Because it takes a whole lot to get one thing well done. How much more many things? And a grip on one thing is a grip on many things. If you get the right grip on one thing, you get the right grip on a lot of things at the same time. And when people know that, oh, you've done this thing before, you did it well over a long time, even though it eventually did not work, it's very easy to recommend you based on that past experience that, oh, he did this for a long time. Not like, oh, he did this for 1 year, jumped on it, jumped on that. As a matter of fact, if a person that jump on things too much, people will easily know that you quit a whole lot. You understand? But if it is that you are pivoting, it's very easy to pivot and people will not castigate you for it because it will show that things are easily entering themselves. And let me tell you, write it down anywhere. A person that quits too much will never make it. It's not a cause. It's not a cause. You quit this, you quit that, you will never make it. It's not. Even if what you are doing is making sense right now, is working out, you go quit again. You will quit again. It's when it becomes an habit to be quitting, you keep quitting. So don't make quitting an habit. Have the finisher's mentality. It's an attitude. Okay. So, but if you have multiple products, okay, and let me tell you something. Except you have exceptional resources, you can't do many things together at the same time and to all succeed. Especially things that need same volume of resources. Because as a matter of fact, most things need equal amount of resources to succeed. So if everything needs 10 over 10 of volume of resources to succeed, if something needs 10 over 10 of volume of resources to succeed, if you share that 10 over 10 amidst 5 things, that means you only have 2 of 10 resources to put into that thing and it will not succeed. Do you understand? That's why oftentimes when you go all out on something, you're most likely going to make it on that thing. And when you make it on one thing, it is very easy to replicate that result in many other things. So even if you are doing many things, don't confuse yourself. Don't confuse others. You know it, but let one be at the forefront. Let the others tie it up. Do you understand? So it's very, very key and important. Okay? Do I say that I'm not doing quite a number of things? No. But do you know? No. Okay? And there's a way to bring it in and chip it in, and you never know, oh, this belongs to the person. Okay. I have some of my products on shelves across the city that are not tech products. Do you know it's mine? Do I have to tell you? No. Do you understand? So yeah. Okay. All right, that's it. All right, so I'm going to take one more questions if there are questions. If there are no questions, it's 7. I like to keep to time, okay? Thank you so much for jumping on my what do we call this now? Thank you so much on jumping on my IGTV. I'm going to do this once in a while. So I have seminars, but I need you to do something for me. Always refer persons, okay? Let guys come. I want people to learn and then stop making, honest mistakes. There are honest mistakes young people are making. We all should not be broke. We all should be rich, okay? And we all should be wealthy. And then we're very young. This is the best time to learn it. And I love you, okay? Please enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye. Thank you. Bye.